Did you know that the new breed of super shoes can improve running efficiency for elite runners by up to 7%? However, for amateur runners, that number comes down to just 1 to 2%. But what if I told you there was a way to get an 8% advantage from something much simpler than super shoes, no matter what level you're at? Eating. There's a really interesting group of studies called the SUPERNOVA studies, which assess the performance of elite race walkers when they were either on a high-fat diet or a high-carb diet. The researchers wanted to know what effect eating a low-carb diet had on the race walkers' performance. As it turns out, it wasn't very good. Both the high-carb and low-carb group responded positively to the training block, improving their VO2 max by about 5 to 6%. But when it came to actually performing, the high-carb group outperformed the low-carb group by an average of 8%. And this result was shown in follow-up studies within the study group. This finding is something that you see consistently throughout sports nutrition literature. But why does it occur? Put simply, our body gets 5% more molecules of energy when we burn carbohydrates as compared to fat. In other words, when we breathe in oxygen and our body uses that to metabolize into energy, we get 5% more if we use carbohydrates compared to using fats. When we're working at high intensities for long periods of time, the demand for energy is so high that our body prefers using carbohydrates to get the fuel to ensure that we meet this energy demand. And at the elite level, getting 5% more energy for all the oxygen that you're breathing makes a world of difference. It's not to say that our body can't use fat, we absolutely can. It's just that if you want the most bang for your buck, our body will prefer to use carbohydrate. So when you compare athletes who are equally fit, who compete in high intensity sports, a high carbohydrate diet is going to be more favorable than a high fat one. So if you can't afford a brand new pair of Alpha Flies, just buy some potatoes and get munching.